Greetings, everyone, and welcome to yet another exciting chapter, the penultimate chapter of Descent to the Void, Campaign 2, Season 2, where five friends join together to tell a story of mythic proportion. Sorry, I'm wearing my Chewbacca onesie and wanted to have a proper introduction.
Oh, okay. Makes sense now.
That did not translate at first.
Nope. Yeah, not
But
yet.
the Chewbacca, you know what?
You gotta zoom in on yourself when you do that, though.
Okay, fine.
See, Omar, for me, you're like a very tiny box right now because you're a tiny box within a regularly small-sized box.
Right, you're in a tiny, tiny box.
The viewers would have seen it. But before we begin, quick announcement. Rachel could not make it. They are currently traveling up as Charles Stunning, making big waves as their wrestling debut continues. So we wish them great luck and hope they get some victories. Pin them hard. But before we begin, I have a question for everyone. It is like 14, 15 degrees Celsius here, aka like in the mid 40s in the Fahrenheit, and it is frigid for me. What do you guys like to do to keep warm? I'm gonna go to you first, Declan.
I thought you were going to say to keep from being frigid, and I was like, oh, that's a very different question. To to avoid. See, I like the cold. Uh, you're there saying 14 or 15 is cold for y'all. It's that's a quite nice summer's day here in Ireland. So yeah, that I'd be enjoying the warmth outside. Um, if it gets really really cold, I am a snuggler. I literally need like a solo snuggler. Like I snuggle myself. No, I think I'm coming across the road. I just get a lot of blankets and I bury myself inside blankets. I cocoon myself in blankets. I'm gonna leave it there. Move on. I think it's Travis's turn.
A Declan burrito.
I also agree. 14C isn't that bad. And you're embellishing a little bit. It's not 40. It's 60 Fahrenheit is when it's about that. And
said
it's getting
mid-50s.
it's getting chilly. It's getting chilly. Sometimes my hubby will light a fire outside and we will make some s'mores and we'll do that. But when it gets really, really cold, this is in the nice, you know, cool fall weather. But when it gets really, really cold, I like to get on a plane and fly somewhere warm. That's how I stay warm. I go to a beach and an island. But barring that, I'm also a blanket. I have a few fleece blankets that I have strewn about my house, and I love to snuggle up with them. Techie, how do you stay warm?
Well, it is getting to be that time of the year where it's starting to get cold, where you wear a jacket in the morning and that's all you need. Because it's really not that cold, guys. It's like 60 or 14,
Right?
15.
Right. That's
Like,
what
I
I'm
agree with you,
saying.
Declan. It's not cold.
It's
But,
starting to get chilly.
That's my
but
summer.
yeah, exactly. So this is for me though the fall. Without fail, every year I bust out the crock pot, and it is starting to like get into those like savory, warm, like comfort meal type weekends where Sundays like you set it and forget it while I'm streaming, and then by the time we're done, have a wonderful hot meal ready to go. Um, so that's kind of what I like to do whenever the weather starts to turn like this.
Follow-up question. Pot roast, chili, etc. What's your favorite crock pot?
Ooh, my favorite crock pot?
Your favorite
Probably.
fall crock pot meal? Like what's one of the ones you do first?
So we always do like pulled pork.
Hmm?
So today we're doing like a teriyaki pulled pork sort of thing.
All right.
But my favorite is probably going to be like crock pot, like chicken pot pie,
Oh,
where you
okay.
like even like Do like the biscuit layer.
Biscuit
on top.
layer on top. I have heard. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm about it.
Not a cookie layer, Declan.
Oh
A-
yeah, yeah. Sorry, yeah. I was like,
an
wait a minute,
American
no.
biscuit.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you call
yeah.
them? Muffins? Like Grand's
No.
biscuits?
So we don't really have those. Like we like genuinely we like the closest I can imagine is like kind of a very very plain scone.
Scone. Yeah, like a
Uh,
plain scone.
Yeah, that would be, like, and we again that's not a good fit for it either. Like, we
Yeah,
have
that's
griddle
a-
bread again. There, it's just not a thing we have here at all.
Griddle bread. Like
Um,
an English muffin? Is that sort of what that is?
No.
I don't know. What is a griddle bread? What's a griddle bread?
So have you ever had a potato farl, like a potato bread?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's that just like a little thicker and like you put it on a hot plate and you again it gets really really toasty and crispy on the outside and it's really fluffy in the middle. Yeah, I'm a sucker for like Irish like I'm vegetarian, but I was a huge sucker for Irish stew because it's basically potatoes. It's just basically
Yeah.
potatoes with carrots and maybe a gravy and maybe some meat. But I made last week. I made enough chili for the week because I am a chili and like that. It went into the slow cooker. Did it over 6 hours and it was amazing. I started putting cinnamon into my chili.
Yeah.
And that's kick ass. It's
Yes,
such a
it
kick ass flavor to
is.
add.
Do you do like a beer chili?
No, no, no. I haven't done a beer chili. I've just done a very, very like basic, like
Yeah.
with enough heat to like kill a person, maybe.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, I have. It has to be super hot. It has to be like burn your face off hot. Otherwise, there's no point
Gotcha.
in eating it.
Oh, interesting.
I
Okay.
usually don't make them that crazy spicy,
Right?
but I do like to put like a beer in a chili.
Okay,
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I might give that a go.
I've done that a few times too.
Delicious.
Adds nice molasses. Adds good flavor to it.
Okay, like an ale, like an IPA or something like that, like or
Yeah, I've done like lagers or IPAs, but
Okay.
I'm thinking about it now, and like if you want to do like a darker chili with like a Guinness or something, it might be like a nice,
Yeah, you-
might give it
yeah.
some good body.
like a stout. Yeah, quite nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yummy.
Giving me ideas, especially with the cinnamon.
Yes. Yep. I think we've just taken over the stream. I think we've just taken over.
Okay.
This has been Cooking Tips by Declan and Zeki, a new TV show, Mondays at 8.
Let's check us out tomorrow.
A Tale of Cooking. But yes, and in my defense, I am just a very, very cold person. So anything below 72 degrees is frigid for me. So that's just my defense. But also on theme because we're also in an ice temple. So we'll see how you guys keep yourselves warm as you dive deeper in. But before we get into that, we have a couple more announcements specifically about our sponsors for Campaign 2, both Fantasy Grounds and Advanced Level Up 5th Edition. But to speak to about Fantasy Grounds, why don't we turn it over to Travis?
Do you want to enhance your VTT, your virtual tabletop experience? Do you want to play with your friends around the world? Do you want to import all of the awesome campaigns and find a place to make your own and homebrew? Well, you can do that on Fantasy Grounds. You can set everything up. You can import all this goodness in, and you can add lots of cool effects, manage it, and collaborate very easily. And it's an awesome tool. We love it, and hope you check it out. Please use our affiliate link below, and we will link it in the chat.
Awesome.
Back
And-
to you.
And of course, our very own supplemental work by Level Up 5th Edition. Zeki, take it away.
Much like the changing seasons of the fall will force me to get my crock pot out of the cupboard and start throwing whatever I can find to make a nice, awesome meal. Level Up 5th Edition does the same thing for your Dungeons & Dragons experience by being that extra little spice, that cinnamon, as it were, to add a little bit extra to what would be just a regular three bean chili. We have things that I'm going to be using today, for example, that you're going to see, like my perplexing flurry or my eye slash, which are brand new features and abilities of rogues brought to you by Level Up 5th Edition. And that's just a small thing that I can do. I know the rest of my players here can also do similar added extra things that give just a little bit more variation on gameplay and is that extra spice that makes your chili a 5 alarm mouth fire that Declan loves. So if that entertains you at all as the seasons change and you're coming inside to play more tabletop, make sure to go to that link in the chat there for Level Up Advanced 5th Edition.
Awesome. I love how you always can wrap it back to the conversation. That is an art form, Zeki. But you can check out everything Advanced 5th Edition at a5e.tools. So, a couple more things that we'll go over at the end of our stream. But with that being said, I think we can dive right into this climactic episode of Descent into the Void. Cue the intro. So, last time, MGUs, you had continued down to the depths of the Vesper Mountains in search of those that were stolen from the southern moors towns of Roncalli, Summerfield, and Merville, as well as an ally that you had discovered was a shard or harbinger or some type of connection of these shards of greed, fragments that Tiamat needed to rise once again into the mortal plane. You had disguised yourselves, gingerly sneaked around until finally arriving into this massive temple to the goddess of dragons. You had matched yourselves to be captives and gnolls, and were able to discover at least one section, you hope the only section, where there were captives. You had ingenuously broke them out, hypnotized a gnoll, and pitoned them to death, before finding a secret passageway down deeper into the depths of this temple. You saw more strange frescoes and art depicting the faction wars between the several chromatic dragons, as well had entered a strange chamber with paintings of warriors doing some type of movements on the walls. You discovered an exit, a hole within the wall that led all the way back out to the Vesper Mountains thanks to Sully's craftiness, and led the people down to their freedom. But it seems that your presence was found out as a bunch of gnolls are trying to make their way in to the secret area that you all had entered. The door ahead of you locked as you knew that Eliana was being somehow involved in an ancient dark ritual. You press forward and use Ink's knock ability to burst through the door, bypassing all puzzles and traps that were in the room, and alerting anything within a large radius, as you had stepped into what seemed to be a frozen chamber. Here, the floor is slick with ice, and there are several stalagmites that cover the ground as the earth beneath your feet began to shake and shudder. As you held on, trying to balance yourselves, something large crawled underneath your feet and burst out of the solid ground. There you see this massive creature, this strange centipedal-like monster, as it arrives in a cloud of steam, its body pulsating in the inside with this glowing red-like energy. Wing-like fins flare from the back of the creature's head as its mouth, wide open, brims with jagged teeth. With the many legs going down its stomach, it stretches out, pulling itself out of the ground and the rubble as it lets out a hot, heated yell in front of all of your faces. As I will need all of you to please roll me initiative. Let's go ahead and reveal the map for everyone.
We are the best.
This is not going great.
At least we're all grouped together.
Let's hope that they roll real low.
It'll be like a natural 20.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead and look at these initiatives.
I am just waiting to roll because I got booted out of Fantasy Grounds. I did it on D&D Beyond, if that helps. I got a 15.
Okay, that's fine. I'll put you at a 15.
Okay.
And does Big Steve go the same as Ink?
Yes.
So that's a big 6.
Okay, so we have going first, Dullahan with the 15. Followed by, as you can look out beyond this, you see behind the large centipede creature, about a few hundred feet across, are 2 large doors. There, standing at both ends, pulling a lever to causing it to close in slowly, are 2 gnolls who are just shouting at each other, pointing at you, the large creature, and behind them, as the door is now in the process of closing and they're starting to make their way through it. They go at 11, followed by Zendark, then Sully, then the Remoraz. Big Steve and Ink round out the end. So, with that being said, we'll zoom on in and start the round with Dullahan. What do you wish to do?
Seeing this thing come out of the ground, the gnolls in the distance, he's just going to look at Zendark and Sully, and just somebody has to stop those gnolls, and then he's going to charge right at the Remoraz. He's going to try and move straight in, like in front of everybody else, to kind of take its attention and make a swing if possible.
All right. Go ahead and move yourself up there.
Where is my map gone?
Oh, let me reshare the map for you.
Sorry, yeah, thank you. Cool, thank you. Yeah, just gonna go to there.
Perfect.
And yeah, he's just gonna take 2 attacks against the Remoraz.
All right, roll your attack.
Think I got it selected. Actions.
I know. Make sure you control left click it. It should be.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, perfect. A 12, which misses. You
Okay.
slash across, and one thing you do notice though, as you go ahead, it just releases a puff of steam that collects in the cold room, and you can feel the hot heat come across your hand, almost to the fact of burning it, before you pull back, not able to strike it.
Okay.
Ooh, and one more thing, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Since the ground is all covered in ice, can you please roll me an acrobatics check, please, to see if you can make
Yep.
your way across?
Yes, can indeed. That's an 11.
Perfect. 10 is the DC, as you're able to make it across. It is difficult terrain, though. It's costing you 10 feet instead of 5 to make your way across.
Okay. I think he's just going to take a second swing with the scimitar. And with that, then just shout that it's this thing. It's not going to go down easy, and he's just going to lunge again with the scimitar.
All right. A 15 hits. Roll damage.
Okay. 9.
9 points of damage. You go ahead and rake across the chest of the creature as it recoils back from the pain, but then instantly releases a puff of hot steam, burning you in the process. You take 7 points of fire damage.
Ow.
DM, does this melt the ice at all?
I would say yes. Puddles of water are starting to appear, revealing that the ground is stone, so it's just like a sheet of ice above it. And yes, the area that Dullahan is standing is no longer technically difficult terrain, since it has been melted.
That's it for me.
Alrighty. The gnolls will go. You hear them chittering and chatting in the background as they are pulling levers and like winding. They're more like circular levers as the doors are starting to close up about 25% of the way there. It will take in their action as they have to use their full force to close these massive doors, ending their turn. Zendaric, you're up. Sully on deck.
I will look at Sully and nod and say, I'll get the gnolls, get the Remoraz, and I'll pull out my Rubik's Cube diamond and start hitting a few of the sigils, and I'll say, by the threads of time's secret weave, I cast this spell and believe in swiftness, and cast haste on Sully. That is my action.
Awesome. Sully, you are hasted. You feel your adrenaline pumping as your movements have been accelerated.
You have a +2 to your AC, advantage on deck saving throws, and gain an additional action that can only be used to attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. So that was my action. For my bonus action, I would actually be curious if I can technically do these separately, but I want to sequence them together because I think it's cooler. I'm going to use my Fey Step, which allows me to use a bonus action Misty Step, and then my A5E Twilight Step, which lets me forego my movement to teleport 30 feet instead.
Ooh.
As I turn around, I'm going to kick the snow up and create a circle, and a golden door will appear in front of me. And I would like to walk and fade through this door and teleport 60 feet.
Sure. Where are you teleporting to?
Hold on, a little bit further than that. I'm trying to move my map. Oh no! I've clicked! Oh no! Hold on. Okay, no, that's 60 feet. I guess that's fine.
Okay. All right.
Why indeed, Travis?
Why indeed? I don't know what I'm doing. I must have clicked into a mode. Clear drawing. There we go. Okay. So that is my action, bonus, and movement.
Alrighty, so Zendark, in the flourish of magic, you are able to bolster Sully, as well as step through this golden arch gate, appearing on the other side with large stalagmites on either side of you. And you see the gnolls up ahead attempting to close the path forward. Up next is Sully. The Rummaraz is on deck.
So in typical anime battle montage tradition, I will move up 10 feet to this Remoras. So I need to make a check.
Please make a dexterity check. Yeah, dexterity check, please. Or acrobatics check, I'm sorry. See if you can kinda-
Acrobatics check.
Yeah.
Of course, I got a 17 now.
Yeah.
That's a 23.
All right, so that's going to cost you 20 feet of your movement because it's still difficult terrain, but you make it across without slipping.
All right. Question, DM. Would that like really cost me more terrain if I like intended to slide further away from something? Just for later, not for now necessarily. I would call it enhanced terrain. Because if I was trying to slide an additional 40 feet from my regular movement with that momentum. Just for the
Okay.
future.
So
Just
you're,
for the future.
I would say, yeah, if you were trying to slide, oh yes, if you're trying to slide or do some type of acrobatic movement to do that, yeah, I would say if you're using it to push your or add to your movement, yeah, it totally would enhance it. But if you're trying to get from point A to B and
like stop on a dime kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah.
then that
okay.
would be half.
Perfect. Just so I know for later, because right now I gotta take care of this Remoras thing. So I'm going to generate some of my psychic daggers and start stabbing.
Alrighty.
So I do have sneak attack.
Make sure to target the Remoras.
Yeah.
And you are also
So-
hasted.
I am also hasted, which is a lot of fun. So I think that yes. Oh man, that was a 14, almost a 20.
14 just hits.
Nice, 20 damage, 20
Dude.
points of psychic damage, I guess, or slashing damage.
Doing 20 points of damage. You crack across the chest. It does release steam, melting in your spot the difficult terrain, the ice there temporarily. But as you can see, it is so cold in here that it is starting to freeze over again regardless. But you do take 7 points of fire damage.
Oh man, I do. All right,
Seems like melee
and that-
abilities, it's releasing this.
gotcha. I will use my bonus action to again attack this thing. Dirty 20.
20 hits, roll damage.
So I think 5 points of damage to it.
5 points of damage. That is still another melee attack as more of the steam hits off. That's just going to do an additional 3 points of damage.
Got it. And so, just so I know, my sneak attack, even with haste, doesn't get a second round because I have like a bonus attack action. Or do I get the sneak attack again?
I believe sneak attack only works on on the first. So you would not get it again
Okay.
for the
Got it.
haste.
That's fine. Just wanted to make sure. As I take a third attack against this Remoras. Oh no!
Natural
Automatic
one.
miss. Fortunately, my psychic blades just disappear, so I hope nothing bad happens to that, but critical miss.
Ugh. Luckily, the ice beneath your feet has not reformed, and you don't slip and fall prone. But you manage to keep yourself steady. The burn and the singes from the steam affecting your accuracy.
And that is going to be my turn.
Alrighty, the Remoraz will go. Okay. Oh no, that already happened. All right, so Rematch just gets one bite attack. You could see the heat and the steam just form up its body, and you can hear like this kind of like a sort of heat source inside that is glowing red as it stretches down and will bite at Dullahan. Dirty 20. Doing that is not 35. I made a slight mistake. Hold on. 20 points of damage. Half of that is fire damage, in case that matters for you, Dullahan.
Just gonna still burn me, owie.
All right, as it bites down with his large maw, it grips onto your body before pulling away, raking across, causing you can see the blood and the flesh tear as it then cauterizes from the massive amount of heat from the Remoraz. And the Remoraz will end its turn. It is now Big Steve and Ink's turn.
Okay. Ink will... Oh, why is it? Sorry, I don't know why that's happening. Ink will run up... to the other side of the Remoraz. They have climbing, so can they use their nails in the ice to prevent them from slipping?
I would allow that, yeah.
Okay, so as they do that, they're going to twirl their I don't know, suit jacket and make a mantle of inspiration and use their bardic inspiration, which is a bonus action, and it will allow all creatures whom they can see within 60 feet. So since they ran up, I should be able to get Zendark as well, which will give each person 8 temporary hit points. And you can also use your reaction to move without provoking opportunity attacks. Paula.
All right.
So let me do that. Nope, did that not give anyone... Did that not give anyone temporary hit points?
Nope, but I can go ahead and apply it. How much is it?
Sorry, it should be 8 to all of us, including Big Steve.
Got it.
I don't know why that didn't work. Oh, maybe I might be... Oh, I had... wasn't doing it.
All right, but I got it for everybody.
All right, so... Big Steve, we do not want to get hurt, so he'll sort of... Ink will like point to the side and be like, run to the side and be safe, I guess. Right, guys? And then Zendark will also at that point use his reaction to move up to his movement speed, so that way he can get closer. So I don't think that I can go the full, because it's difficult terrain, right? So
Correct.
So I can't go the full 30, I can go 15, so I will do that though.
Okay, but you are moving, so please roll me that acrobatics check, please.
Okay, for Zendark. Okay. Skills, acrobatics.
You're good. DC 10.
Okay. Also, Sully and Dillahan can move if you want to get in better positions, but Ink tried to get in a good spot to aid.
Am I in this thing's like? Did it bite and let go, or
Yeah,
is it
it bit and let
hanging?
go.
Okay.
I guess
I'm gonna stay put.
Could you come just a smidge closer? Just one smidge closer to Ink.
To
'Cause
Ink,
if you take one step to the
right? Yeah.
and then Ink will use a cure wounds on Dillahan.
Just pop
so-
over there.
So they will needing pause.
Aw.
Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? For a
What
second
the hell?
For a second level spell. Also, it doesn't include any modifier.
It does. I don't think.
Oh, plus spellcasting modifier.
Yeah.
They didn't have that on, so +3. So
I'll allow you if you want to use the inspiration to reroll that.
oh please, yes.
All right, mark off Ink's inspiration.
Let me also put. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. All right, so that would be Ink's bonus action and movement. And
Alrighty.
Big Steve also ran to be safe.
Sully, did you want to use your reaction to move as well, or no?
No.
Okay.
I wanna, or I guess, yes, I'll move to be next to Dullahan. Gotta maintain that 5 feet.
Got
It's
it.
like reverse COVID.
All right, so Big Steve running to the side as Ink walks up. They go ahead and release this inspirational mantle as you all can feel yourselves receiving this boon before moving in place and preparing yourself for the next strike, healing Dullahan in the process. It is now top of the round. Dullahan, you just got you realize two things. One, striking this with a melee attack seems to as it release steam, burn you in the process. And two, it does some good amount of damage, this large creature. How do you deal with it?
Yeah, if it was a normal person, probably intelligently. But Dullahan is utterly enraged by this. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my action to draw the power of my necrotic shroud. I think that's just a thing that happens, but it has to make a charisma saving throw, or be frightened of me.
All right, let's see if it does.
Ugh.
Oh, it rolled it has a -3. It rolled a natural 19 or 16.
I'm just having all the luck today. And yeah, bonus action. Not a whole lot I can do currently, especially given this thing is it hates me. Yeah, I think he's going to action surge. Or is that? Can I action surge?
You can.
Yeah.
Pretty short, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, okay. So yeah, action surge, and then with the necrotic shroud on as well, he's going to do what he thinks he can do, and that's he's going to go at it with his attacks to try and bring it down. I hope.
Alright.
Just have another cure wounds to go there, please, Ink. Just this is going to go badly. I also am an idiot, and I should have made 3 attacks on that last turn.
You can count this one as that same one. So we'll say
Okay.
to give you your attacks, this one would have been for the last turn, which would have hit to roll damage.
Okay.
But you're all going to take an
Okay.
additional 3 points of fire damage.
Okay, so. Oh my god! Okay, that's a thing that is happening. It's gonna be one of those sessions, I think.
20 hits.
And okay, that's somewhat better. Now, I did put on my necrotic shroud, and it's oh yeah, on one of those it takes an extra 5 necrotic damage.
Nice. So I will apply that extra 5. I'll give you a little bit of damage for the attack. First one. And then you take an additional 5 points of fire damage that comes out of the temporary hit points.
Is this thing looking in any way like we're putting a dent in it, or
As you are slashing and attacking the monster, you have been rending it and causing its innards to spill out. It looks you've done a lot of damage to it. It still looks like it has a lot of fight left, but you have massively damaged it so far.
okay? That's it. That's it for Dylan.
What, do you get 3 attacks? You said
Oh, sorry. I thought did I not take my 3? Okay.
no. That third attack I counted for the last time since you didn't take it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so-
Thank you. Okay.
No problem.
Okay. And 18 hits.
18 hits, yeah.
Throw these. Okay, 11.
11 points of damage, and you take an additional 5 points of
Ah,
fire
you tricked
damage.
me. Okay.
Alrighty. Oh wait, whoops. So sorry. Took it out of your HP, not your temp. There we are. So, Dullahan, you continue to strike, slashing at it as this necrotic shroud covers your body. It is struck with that necrotic energy as more and more of the steam is starting to excrete a massive amount of steam. So the area around it within a 5-foot radius is no longer difficult terrain as the steam melts the ice. It's slowly reforming though due to the temperature in the room. The gnolls are gonna go. They're gonna use their entire action to get the door 50% closed. And now it is Indaric, Sully on deck.
I am still too far to target them with spells, so I will try and run. 10, 20, 30. Let me see if I can make it at least this far. Or do I have to roll each turn or
sorry.
just that once?
Yes, the deck, a acrobatics check, please.
Oof, 16.
Good.
Okay, and then I will action 10,
You should be good now, Travis.
20, or no,
You should be.
that's-
I think you're like 115 away from at least 0-2.
sorry, 5, 10, 15. I need to be 90 feet. Let me see. So I am 95 feet away from them.
Good lord.
Okay, so action, bonus. No, that was my
Move and action.
move and action. I could Misty Step, but that's using a fucking second level spell slot to get closer.
It's up to you.
No, because next turn they'll get them on their.
You get to 75%.
They might need both of them. I can take out one of them next turn.
Well, I mean, there's 2 people there for a reason, so.
Right. We gotta hope. Okay, I will not use my Misty Step. I will end my turn.
All right. You saw there are 2 doors, so they're closing at the same rate. So if you take out one, maybe just one door closed if they continue. We
Yeah.
need, like 2 halves of the door. You know what I mean?
I mean, if I take it out, it's like assuming I also one-shot it. Like,
Very true.
I have a plan, but we'll see if it works out.
Zendar,
you
you
need
do
a
see-
python?
What? Say that
Did
again.
you need to borrow a python?
A python? Yeah, I need to borrow another one. Yes, thank you.
You do see though there is a large circle, like almost, and it looks to be art, like as if it was built there. You can see that there are bits and pieces of flesh aligning the stone circle, possibly some type of feeding area of the Remoraz. Thank you for drawing the flesh.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
As Sully, you're up.
All right. Now, besides that disturbing display of flesh, I will continue to attack this young Remoraz, seeing as I'm still 5 feet away from Dullahan. I'm going to give myself the sneak attack effect again. And on the fly here, I coded what my Psychic Dagger is actually supposed to do. Because I was doing less damage before. 17.
Hits, roll damage. Oof.
16 points of damage.
Nice. Remoraz is not looking good.
I'm going to use my offhanded attack with my second Psychic Dagger to attack again. Oh no, misses. Well, fortunately for me, I am hasted, so I have a full third attack. Which should hit.
19 hits, roll damage.
Dealing an additional 5 points of damage.
Okay. But since you have struck it twice, you do take some steam damage as it blasts off with the heat of this internal furnace of this Remoraz. 10 points of fire
It
damage.
happens. 10 points?
Yes. For each 5 for each time you've hit.
Okay. Did you put damage on for the first round?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll make that 28.
Oh, no. Sorry, I did not subtract it from your thing. So you actually should get 8 more back. So you can put yourself at 20, and I'll remove the temporary HP.
Okay.
Perfect.
Cool. And then that should be my turn because I did my action, and bonus action.
Okay, Sully, as you slash and gash across the Remoraz, you just see your flesh become red and bulbous from all the steam heat as it recoils back. It is dropping pounds of blood onto the ground as you hear as it scriggles back and forth. And it is now its turn, and it is looking at you, Sully.
It happens.
It is going to go ahead and take a bite attack. 18 versus your AC.
I'm going to use an uncanny dodge.
Okay, what does that do?
It hits, but I believe it does half damage. I resist the damage that it will do.
Great, because it would have done 20 points of damage. So instead, it does 10,
Awesome.
leaving you at 5 HP, Sully. Oof.
That's all. Just 5. That's enough.
Woo! Good job on that uncanny dodge.
So I have fighting style interception,
Ooh.
which
spicy.
allows me to use my reaction to effectively maybe take some of the oomph out of that because you're in with 5 feet of me.
Yes.
So I roll a d10, add 3.
And you take some of that damage. Okay. Let's give you
You can
back
use your
your
reaction to reduce you reduce the damage the target takes, but I don't think I take any damage.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, perfect.
Whew,
It's even
I was like,
better.
'cause suddenly I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna do it now.
Okay.
Yo, I get it. I get it.
Sorry, now throw this in. That is 10 damage. 7 plus 3 is 10.
Okay, so you took no damage.
Oh shit! Nice.
So let's put you back to. Yep. There you go.
Sweet.
Nice. Good job.
So Dullahan's just like saying, "Hey, look over here, you fool!" And I'm just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
squiggling around like a noodle.
Describe this action, Dullahan, if you will.
I think it's a case of when he sees the Remoras come straight down for Sully, it's the double-bladed scimitar goes right across, like in between its jaws and mandible, and just kind of locks it in place. And it is like the blood's kind of coming down off of where the Remoras bit into Dullahan as well. So it's that thing of like, I taste way better. And he's just going to try and redirect the Remoras kind of away from Sully.
Nice. And as Sully, you nimbly dodge just out of the way. It's about to scrape you, but yes, Dullahan intersects with his blade. And because I thought it was a fantastic combination of your abilities, you both get a DM inspiration.
What?
Oh,
I'll
we
apply
might
that
need
to
it.
you both.
We're gonna need that for the next battle, I feel.
Alrighty. And the Remoras comes back up, standing about 10 feet above you all, scowling at it was unable to get any bit of its foe. Ink and Big Steve are up.
Ink will. Oh man, they don't really have the greatest weapons. Ink will pull out the bag of tricks and pull out a big gray fluffy ball and throw it on the other side, or try and throw it over the Remoras. And I have to roll a d8 to see what it becomes. 4. It becomes a boar, which is a medium creature, and it is friendly to us and our companions, and it acts on your turn. So, as a bonus action, you can command how the creature moves and what actions it takes. So, is it a free action to throw this and interact with the bag of tricks?
I thought it would say on there. It doesn't say as an action you pull out a.
Oh, as an action, you can actually pull the fuzzy object from the bag. So as an action, she will throw this out, and then it morphs into, or they throw this, and it morphs into a boar. And as a bonus action, they say charge, and the boar will use its charge. Can I get it actually on over here on this?
Yeah, I was
side?
gonna give it to you to move where you like to put it.
Oh, okay.
You should be able
Yeah,
to
put
drag
it
it.
over here.
Can
Actually,
you,
no.
Can you drag
throw,
and drop
know,
it?
I can move where the token is. Actually,
Oh,
throwing it right here is fine.
Oh, okay.
Because well, she had no idea what it was going to turn, or they had no idea what it was going to turn into, so I can't use the charge attack like that. But they did want to throw it on the other side, so let me put it here is where I wanted it to be, and it will use its attack to make a tusk weapon attack against it.
All right. Can you double click it? It does allow you to, and open up a sheet.
Oh, I can double click it. Cool. And it will try and grab its attention by bashing. Oh, that was a 17. Okay. Well, it bashed into it to try and get its attention. So now there's this other creature.
Alrighty.
Ink shouts out, "We've got you surrounded! You should give up," or something like that.
Alrighty. So, that was Ink's action, and a bonus to control the boar.
Yeah, so they commanded the boar to attack and charge at the Remoras.
Got it. Big Steve, what do you want him to do?
He will stay safe because he's a creature whom can't be brought back like one of these fuzzballs. He's an actual dog we care about. Stay safe, Big Steve.
Alrighty. So we will now go to the top of the round. Dullahan, it is your go.
I think I'm just going to cast poison spray up at the creature, and in the hope that it swallows a load of poison gas and dies.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Okay. Poison spray. Yeah. Should there be? Oh, sorry. Yes, obviously.
He succeeds with a
Ugh.
15.
I don't have any other bonus actions or anything like that. I think I'm just gonna stick next to Sully again, still using kind of the double-bladed scimitar to try and keep this thing's gaze, keep this thing's attention.
Alrighty. You go ahead and release that mist, but the Remoraz is able to shake it off, or even just kind of absorbing it and preparing for its next strike. That is now the Gnolls go. The Gnolls will just use their action to hurry along. The door is now 75% closed. Zendark, you're up.
All right, I need to be a little bit closer, so I'm going to 10, 20, 30, get closer, and then when I guess I have to roll again. Acrobatics.
Oh, yes, please roll the acrobatics. Whew.
Ooh, you see me like slip, catch myself for a second, and then get closer. And then after analyzing the space, I believe now I am within 90 feet of this knoll. So I pull out my arcane cube and I look over the edge of this and I start to chant. I didn't come up with a good incantation this time, guys. Space bends to my whim, and you shouldn't be there. And hastily try and warp the knoll away from the door above the hole in front of me, and I will cast Vortex Warp on the knoll.
Ooh. Go ahead and roll.
And I'm going to try and drop him in the tunnel. So, come on, fail. Yes!
That's a 2. That fails.
So, even though I've hastily incanted this spell, a sort of black hole portal will appear under his feet, and a sigil will close him in, and a trapdoor will appear sort of in front of me, and I would like to drop him in right here, down the tube.
Number 1 or 2?
The one that's directly forward is the one that's closest. I don't think I can get the other one.
Okay, number 2.
Sorry, yeah, number 2.
All right, so you just see him just fall underneath the contractor like, ah! Ah! Poof. Definitely fell quite some distance and crashed down below.
Whew! 1. So that would be my movement and my action, and I will save my bonus. So that will be the end of my turn.
Alrighty, Sully, you're up.
Well, I think I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. I know I don't have too much health left, but getting rid of this Remoraz, I think, seems to be the more important end goal here. My friends will always revive me if I get knocked down. So I'm going to add that sneak attack effect and start slashing with my psychic daggers.
Alrighty.
Ooh, 18.
That hits. Roll damage.
Sweet. I don't like those ones in there, though.
14 points of damage. Ouch. As you also get sent, taking 5 additional points.
And I'm going to use that offhanded attack with my bonus action. 12 misses, of course. And I have that hasted third attack that I will use now. Oh my gosh. These dice are going to get changed real soon here. I get cut from the team.
Well, at least you didn't take any fire damage.
Well, I would have rather had the fire damage, I think. But it's okay. I must have gotten some steam in my eyes. It's not me crying, I swear. As my action, bonus action, and bonus action are used up, that is my turn.
Okay. The young Remraz is up. The young Remraz is looking really weak. It's going to disengage and jump into the hole and disappear
Omar's like,
from
I
your
thought you
sight.
would have killed it by now, Zeki. You and Declan been making short order of this thing.
And it will, you just see it disappears from your sight, crawling down, and you just see it start to scurry underneath your feet. You can feel the tremors as it's making its way underground somewhere.
As a free action, I yell to Zendaric. Zendaric, watch out! It could come out from that other hole.
Yeah, I got the knoll.
Oh boy.
Big Steve and Ink are next.
Oh my gosh.
Ink will take a step closer and be like, "Oh my God, you guys look really bad." And offer another paw of healing and cast Cure Wounds.
Dexterity, acrobatic check, please. Since you did technically move.
She used her claws.
Oh,
they use their
you're
claws.
right.
They're
Forgot.
climbing claws
They
in
have
the
climb-
ice.
Yes, if you have a
They keep
climbing
their-
speed, you're
They
good
keep
to
their
go.
claws out. I guess who needs it more? You both are pretty bad. Okay.
Give it to Dullahan. Okay.
She says what? Or they say what and bat you in the face. Actually, that was a max roll, which is really great. So 11 points. That was an action, and they'll save their last bardic inspiration, I guess. And let's get going. And then, so that is it difficult terrain for them as well?
No, if you have a climbing speed, it is not difficult terrain.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I guess I should have mentioned that for everyone else. I don't know if you guys have climbing speeds.
For the bonus action, I guess they'll say, "Boar with me!" And the boar will just sort of stay near Ink and get ready to charge if it pops up.
Alrighty.
Charge the Remoraz!
And Big Steve.
Stay put, Big Steve.
Okay, Big Steve will stay put. Take the dodge action.
And this is how we lose Big Steve.
What then you control Big Steve?
I don't want
I
to control
relinquish
Big Steve.
control of Big Steve.
Dullahan, you're up next. The creature has disappeared, but you can feel it moving underneath you.
Is it at all possible to track its movements under the? I suppose it's not under ice; it's underground under ice.
Correct.
Nope, I'm not jumping into the hole. Just not gonna do that. That would be stupid. And yet, no, he's just going to dash, if at all possible.
Yes, you can dash. It will give you 30 feet of movement instead of the 60, but I still would need an acrobatics check.
Yeah, I tell you what, I will roll that first, just to see if I can actually move off my ass. +1 to this, that's not great. Jinxed myself, probably. Yep, I jinxed myself. I shouldn't have said anything. That is 8.
Okay. Roll me a D100.
May I? Is it too late?
No. What would you like to do?
I am going to unclick, like kind of losing balance, unclick the double-bladed scimitar and drive both into the ground like skis, and just propel himself forward.
Okay.
On my knees like a child would do it, so it's not graceful.
I get it. I get it. So you're prone now, and you want to just go ahead and while you're on the ground.
Still move, yeah.
I will allow that. Yes.
Okay.
But where's your intended trajectory? Because you really can't control yourself.
I mean, I was just going like this, like up to ink.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So you go ahead and fall into the ground. You push yourself, hoping that you will arrive at the intended location, but you are currently prone. But I will allow you to move 15 feet instead, so about half that distance.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back. It's about there, I think, is where I should end up.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, right here is good. Yeah.
Yeah. Said the Remoraz. Yeah, then if he's prone and would you count the scimitars as an action, or can I use
that's
it
more of a movement. So you
Okay.
would have no more movement left. So if you want to stand, you would have to use your action to.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my action to stand from this point. And there's nothing else I can do from here. I think there's nothing else I can do.
Got it. All right. So you slip a little bit and only go half the intended way using your scimitar as skis, sticks, if you will, as you stand on up and look around for the Remoraz. The Knoll will completely, at this point, close one half of the door as its action, but there is clearly another half of the door you can easily go through, as it will use its movement. Oh, it has to roll. Hold on. Let's roll a check. Oh, a 10. And we'll move 5, 10, 15 feet across, and that's about as far as it can get, attempting to make it to the other side. As it makes across, slipping around the process. That's the Knoll's turn. Zendark, you're up. You don't see the Remoraz, so you can hear tremors below, and you see the Knoll trying to take the place of the Knoll that you've warped. What do you do?
Warp that one.
No, you don't. I don't think so. Back away. And I'm going to 5, 10, or 5, 20, or 10, 20, 30 if I can. That's where I intend to go. Let's see if I fall. Whew. Getting a little bit closer. You're going with your buddy. And I will use the similar sigils alight. And I've remembered my incantation. Twist of realm and vortex might bend the fabrics, weave the light through fabric. No, I'm fucking it up. Space and time. Go, just fall. And I release the spell, and I will vortex warp this one too, or attempt to.
Okay. Was that
And
Travis effing it up, or was that Zendark? Or is it both?
it was both. He was doing fantastic, and then a little bit of me. I started to read the same line I wrote twice, and I was like, "You're messing it up." I'm going to use my inspiration to roll again. Because we can't let him close this door. Meant to be, my friends. Sorry. Sorry about it.
It jumps over the warp. Another one appears and it ducks underneath it as it continues trying to make its way across.
Oh, you fuck, I'm gonna get you. That would be my... Oh, God. No, and I Yeah, I can't do anything else. That's everything. All right, I will end my turn.
Sully, you're up. If you're talking, you're muted.
Son of a bee sting. I am indeed up. I'm going to take 2 of my rapiers that I have in my bag, and taking a hint from Dullahan, I'm going to, while standing though, I'm not going to go onto my knees or anything like that. I'm going to try to use them almost like ski poles and propel myself forward. I'm gonna try to like do that as many times to build momentum to go further than I would. I'm trying to use the ice to my advantage here instead of trying to have some sort of sense of control. I'm trying to just get as far as possible.
Okay. First things first, go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check as you attempt to maneuver and control yourself with this.
Well, I'm gonna use my inspiration, I think. Because I don't want to fall into a pit.
You're like straight going right into the pit with that
I'm
natural
totally
one.
gonna be like, who's falling in the pit? Who's falling in the pit?
100%.
Let's do that again, shall we? Well, 12 is better than a 7, I suppose.
Okay. All right, and your intended trajectory?
Somewhere.
Or you can move yourself where you would like to go.
Somewhere over in this general 25 foot radius.
Okay. So, you go ahead and see that you really can, since you really can't turn and move about left and right, you're kind of trying to control and go in a straight line. In front of you are 2 of your allies as you push off as with all of your might and see Dullahan in front of you. You're about to crash into him. Go ahead and can I have Sully roll me, Dullahan roll me a dexterity saving throw to see if you get out the way of Dullahan. I'm sorry, Sully.
Can I uncanny dodge that as a reaction?
I would say can he dodge? Or you let him do it at advantage.
Okay.
One more.
Okay. Sorry. Nat 20.
Oh, dang.
Okay. Dullahan, you easily jump out the way. As Sully, you push yourself using the ice of your momentum, are moving at your normal speed with the haste, of course. So that would mean up and across. But in front of you as well is Ink. Can I have the same thing for Ink as well? As they need a dex to try to jump out the way. 18. Okay. What's your movement, Sully?
My normal movement is 25.
With your haste, I mean.
Oh, with the haste, I should be able to go 75 because I could dash and then with a third action dash again. I guess I would add another 25 feet.
Oh, I thought haste gave you more movement on top of your current movement.
Oh, does it? I didn't think it did. I thought it just like allowed me to use an extra action to dash.
It doesn't.
Hold, please. Let me read. Target speed is doubled.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So you're like
I am.
going down the luge or whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
you're lightning.
I am in cool runnings right now.
You can also use your action to dash, the hasted action to dash.
Yeah. So in that case, I can go 50
Okay, so
plus another 50 plus another 50. I can go 150 feet.
Are you planning on doing that? How far are you?
I would love to do that.
Okay, so but this is in one direction. So let's see.
Let's go.
That
Can I
would
go
take you
right
to
into
the-
this wall?
Go right to the other wall. Sully flies past with his rapiers, just dodging past his allies as you fly in there, fly to the other end, and just slam into the back of the wall.
Yeah, that works.
Come on, it doesn't bounce like 10 feet, like a, pool trajectory. Bing, bing! Like towards the null now, based on the angle. I think.
Well, I'm gonna say roll me another acrobatics check to see if you can control your stop.
Oh, of course I can. Especially with these new dice colors I have here. That's a 12.
A 12. Okay, I was going. 10 was the. I'll say you get an extra little 10 feet as you bounce off a little bit, taking 2 points of damage in the process, but using that to, boom, boom, get about 10 feet up this way. Not all the way to the knoll though.
Oh yeah,
That's
no, not all the
fine.
way. To the
I was just shooting for that wall.
ding, 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 ding. Here, and he's spinning around. Ding, 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 ding.
Is there anything else you can do, Sully?
Well, it's what I can't do. But no, I think that's like my action, bonus action, and bonus action to move. So that's my turn.
Okay. That's just. I need art of Sully just skiing with scimitars.
Rapiers.
The Remoraz.
Dullahan's
will
got
go.
the scimitars.
Oh yeah, you just rapiers. Sorry, rapiers. Yes.
Yeah, like Dullahan, that was a really good idea. As I
Yeah.
swing past.
Steam just rising off of Dullan from embarrassment.
Okay. Zendaric, with your passive perception, you hear Metacross. As there seems to be something happening down in the depths with the knoll and possibly that Remoraz. But that was all of his action, and it is now Big Steve's turn. Oh, I'm sorry, Ink, Big Steve, and the Boar's turn.
As a free action, I'm gonna shout out, "The Remoraz is in a tunnel!" Big Steve will remain dodgy boy. Ink would probably like to do something. She has been inspired.
Okay.
Inspired by Sully, so yes, they would like to start running and also have the boar charge at her but not attack her, and hopefully use its charge attack to gain momentum and like jump on its back and use it like a mount. Charge! They shout out to the boar. The boar has a 40 feet charge and special ability.
Oh, so the boar is gonna run into Ink, and Ink is gonna plan
To like jump on its back and then like use it to like, and then like use it to like skid like a sleigh.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Because it needs to go at least 20 feet before it can activate its charge. So it like is building up momentum, and then Ink will jump on it and then go.
I will say because it is halved because it's difficult terrain, and it has to make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
But
Doesn't got 4 legs. Can it have a?
No, but you could roll. Go ahead and roll for a dexterity check. Okay.
Oh, the universe wants it to happen.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give it that extra, that extra 5 feet. It's a 5, 10, 15. I would say it even, and to say this will classify as a charge. As I say, it's actually more so it's a slip. It charges and just runs and slips down.
Can you say that Ink is using their running to sort of build up a little momentum and jump on it, and sort of like what is that? You know, they
Surf?
shuffle the
Oh.
curling,
Curling?
so they can jump on the sliding puck and get a little bit extra momentum.
Sure.
But they'll slide as far as they can too.
Go ahead and roll for me, Ink, an acrobatics check, please.
Okay. I feel like they would try and do something crazy like this. Oh, they have good acrobatics.
It's
The
almost
universe
a nat
says
one.
yes, 23.
Okay.
But it wasn't. It was a 919.
Ink hops on. I'll say, let's say you get to go. Ink's full. Ink uses their claws to push across as well in similar style of a skier. I will say you can move Ink's full movement from where they currently are with the boar.
Okay.
Oh, Ink's moved 35.
So that would be about there. Yeah, I think they have 35. Do I not? Where's their... Oh, no, sorry, they have 30. Let me just go back a little smidge more.
Oops, sorry. I'll just move
30.
it. There
Yeah, and the
Alright.
boar will probably be like right there.
you go. Yeah, right on top of them. Okay. So say that's the boar's turn.
Well, Ink also used part of their
Yeah.
movement to jump on top and get a little bit closer. They don't have spells that can cast that far, and
No Eldritch Blast of any sort?
no, they don't have that like distant. Like they do have like some far ones, but not that far. So this is that was fun, and they'll use their action to dash, I guess, and leap off of the thing, and then dash another 30 this way.
All right. I'm gonna count the same acrobatic checks. So you don't keep rolling the same thing over and over again.
Okay, clawed feet.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I keep forgetting. You have a climb speed. Yes, so no need.
And then I guess for their bonus, they'll say, charge up this way, so that way the board will continue to follow on their turn.
Got it.
Okay. That's
Top
everybody.
Of the round. Dullahan.
Like, it's gonna take Dylan forever to get all the way up there. Dylan's gonna make a. Yeah, he's gonna dive into the. He's gonna jump into the hole and try and hope that it's just ground, and he can run up instead of having to like, baby deer his way up the ice.
Alrighty. So go ahead and roll me your acrobatics. You can get over to the hole, unless you have some way to just go from point A to B.
Not not particularly. So yeah, he's just gonna give this a go. Oh, for the love of all that's holy!
Oh no!
It's for the better. Just fall a little bit closer to me. Don't actually fall in. I'll get you.
Yeah, he's Dullahan of the frozen sky, not the frozen ground. So I'm just gonna put that there. Yeah, I assume he slips and falls on his ass as he tries to move. Yeah, and
Prone on the
he's unable to kind of catch his bearings and stuff like that. He's going to use his movement or his action to kind of stand up and just, again, he's just that thing of very, very unstable on his feet.
Alright.
I don't think there's anything else I can do with this. I'm literally stuck here.
Alright. Unable to catch your balance, Dullahan. You're kind of stuck there. Although you could crawl, if you so wish. You still have your movement. Well, you stood up, but if you wanted to, you could crawl.
I mean, what's dignity? So yeah, hands and knees. He's just gonna, crawl.
Okay, so you have about, so it's difficult terrain, so you could probably get about 10 feet in any direction you wish to go.
Yeah, so he's just gonna go that way.
Alright, let's put you right there. Okay. The Knoll will go. We'll have to roll to see if it can make it even across. Okay, that is actually, it was, doesn't have any pluses or minuses, so it's a 13. So it succeeds to go 5, 10, 15, and we'll use its action to get the door 75%. No, it was 75% of the way closed. As it tries to close the second door. Zendark, you're up.
I'm going to shout out, Dullahan, get up! We need you! And don't resist! And I'm going to take a step, I think because I think he's like just out of my range. Let me see. Okay, I will take 2 steps.
Quick acrobatic check, please.
Oh, when it matters most. Yes, thank goodness. And now that I am within 90 feet of him, I will vortex, warp, and space is my bitch now. Come to me, and I will rip a hole underneath him and gesture like I'm lobbing him towards the knoll, and I can dump him anywhere within 90 feet of me. So I'm going to put him on top of that other knoll.
Okay.
And the other knoll is 90 feet, so I'm whipping him 180 feet across. Well, it doesn't. He's not actually moved. I'm sort of creating like a warp, vortex warp. So I will drop him, like, on top of or right next to the knoll that's right there.
Got it. So Dillahan, one moment you're just trying to balance. The next, you appear. The knoll's like, ah! And you understand Draconic, right?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. It just kind of yells something in Draconic at you as you are now face to face with the knoll trying to close the door. All right. Anything else in dark?
Sorry, in unoccupied space, so I can't drop it on top
Yeah,
of him.
I
I drop it next to him. Okay. Oh, I didn't know if I could go. Oh, silly me. Reading the spell. If I increase the spell's level, I could do it a little bit further. But now you know. That's fine. So that would be my movement, my action, and yeah, pass my turn.
Alrighty. Sully, you're up. You're still kind of like in mid-skid.
Yeah, so just so I have the visual, Dungeon Master, can I draw this, so is there, the door on this side's like completely closed, right?
Yes, that's completely
That's accurate?
Mm-hmm.
And then this is like 75% closed?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do I then exit drawing mode? I don't want to be in drawing mode. Okay, there we go. Knowing that, can I take these rapier ski poles of mine and continue to zoom forward to be kind of like into the door / Declan / the knoll?
And you are haste, and you have your haste to speed. And all right,
I'm
go
hasting,
ahead.
and I'm sliding, so like I have 50 normal speed.
Sure. Go ahead and
So
roll me that acrobatics check again. Raising DC a little bit.
that's an 18.
All right, DC was 15 to do this crazy maneuver. as you why are you going back?
Oh, I don't
As you
know.
ping ball back and forth.
That's not how that works.
As you slide in, bashing into the Knoll 1, keep making it go off kilter. I'm gonna make Knoll 1 roll me a dexterity saving throw. I guess +1 to this. A 16. Okay, it managed to keep itself steady as it braces against the wall. Ah! You stupid halfling, get off of me! As it does this in Draconic. But you understand that.
Understanding that Draconic, I kind of reply, oh, well then let me climb you! And I take like my psychic daggers and just start stabbing.
Alright, go ahead and make your attacks.
That will get some sneak attack. $15 hits.
15 hits.
Take it.
17 points of damage. Nice. As you start to stab at it.
I'll do the second attack with the offhanded dagger. 15 again hits.
That hits. Roll damage.
6 points.
Nice.
And then with that hasted action, do I still have that, DM?
Yes, because your speed was. Oh no, I would say no, because your speed and yeah, because of the slide you went a little faster. So yes, you still have your hasted action. You only use the
Okay.
hasted speed.
18.
18 hits. Roll damage.
Well, I tried. 4 damage.
Nose looking pretty hurt.
That's all I had. Finish it off.
Right.
Yeah, got it, and just again trying to maybe grab onto you to leverage himself.
It's always a free action to lend a hand.
All right, up next is the young Remoraz. As it bursts out of the hole, climbing up, getting directly in front of Zendark. Let me reveal it. There we go. It will go then, in that was his movement. Will climb on up and attempt to make a bite out of our wizard. 22 versus your AC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so that is 20 points of damage. I will apply right now.
Oh, thank goodness for those temp HPs.
Alrighty. It only gets one attack, so that will end its turn.
Noob.
Big Steve, Ink, and Boar, it is their turn.
Big Steve is big chillin', or I don't know. Should we tell Big Steve to like go check on, be like, leave, go help the people that we set the slaves in the tunnel?
Okay, you think a dog's gonna be able to do all that?
No, I don't
feel
know.
like that moment has passed.
That ship has sailed. Okay, Big Steve, chill. Ink will I guess run up 5, 10, 15. They get their full movement, so they'll go there. And they will Sacred Flame on the Remoraz. That's a fail.
18 success for the Remoraz.
That's a fail for Ink, is what I meant. That's their action. For a bonus, they will say run. Like, I don't know. I guess that's it. That's all, folks. They will, for their bonus, they will shout out to the boar to try and get to the Remoraz. That's it.
All right, so the boar will use its movement. Go ahead and roll it a quick dexterity check, please. And it slips.
It's spinning out. Whack, 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 whack. It will use its action to try and move again.
Okay.
Does it have to roll again, or can I just?
Yeah,
just
every
go?
time it tries to move, since it slipped, it'll have to get up, use half its movement. Just spins around.
It's spinning in circles, being useless. Ink yells out, "You're trying your best, buddy!" And ends their turn.
Alrighty. Top of the round. Dullahan. A Remoraz at your back. A Nola in your front. What do you wish to do?
Going to go for the null out of sheer frustration, and also kind of felt like Zendarik's "you're doing your best, buddy" was aimed at him and not necessarily the boar, seeing as how the boar is actually able to move on the ice. So yeah, going to take a good few swings at our null friend. It's a 17 to hit.
17 hits. Roll damage.
It's the very sharp hooves, like daggers.
Nice. As you carve into it, the gnoll falls down and just falls to the ground, dead. The door no longer closing.
Can I suppose it's out of range with my scimitar, not my scimitar, my crossbow to try and.
And I think you disappeared on us, and we cannot hear
Oh.
you.
Really?
No, I can hear him.
I
He's
can't.
still here.
I hear
Oh,
Okay.
There's no.
I am.
you. Yep, now I hear you.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I haven't gone anywhere. I have not gone down the Remoraz. I've not gone down that hole. I think he's gonna take a. He's not good at moving towards this on the ice. He's going to use any remainder of his energy and movement to go behind the door and have a look-sees. Oh wait, that's going to require an acrobatics check, isn't it?
Yes.
Eh.
Ah,
thank you.
success.
I'm learning how to walk. Gonna go behind the door and again make sure that it can't be shut just by leaning into the back of it and peering down to see what's down the corridor as well.
Certainly, sure. So technically the door goes in or up the other direction, so you can actually move forward without having to go around the door. As you walk on up, let's see, do you want to just use all your movement and get about right here?
Yes, yeah, if possible.
All right. You peer and see that the pathway continues for about another 30 feet or so, and yet another door on the other side.
Just run. He's gonna shout back to the others. We don't have to waste our energy on this creature. Get behind the door and we can bar it inside. That's it.
Alrighty. It's in dark. The Remoraz is in front of you. Ink is behind you. What do you wish to do?
You want us to outrun this? How now that it's like directly in front of me, can I assess how hurt it is?
It's looking pretty damaged. You could definitely tell.
Like death throes or
You would I would say it would cost you maybe a bonus action to give it a quick look if you wanted more.
I could give you a bonus action for that. I could
Alright.
give you a bonus action
Alright.
to scan it, give it a good once up.
All right, go
Want
give me a medicine or perception check.
Okay, I would love to perceive it greatly. 25.
Yes, it looks like it only has. It looks like one good hit will kill it. And by the way that you've been damaging it, at least your allies have. They could potentially kill it in one go, or one big hit from you would end its life.
Oh man. I don't. Okay. Ink, you think you got this? Sully? I don't think we can get past it, and I'm going to take a step forward and say, Piton maneuver, execute! And as I take a step forward, I'm going to sort of wave my hands and sort of like, I'm your master now, and try and hypnotic gaze against the Remoraz.
Sure, go ahead and roll me your acrobatic check since you didn't move.
Oh, God. Oh, bitch.
Well, you attempt to move up there, but slip along the way.
It only needs to be... Okay, I will use half my movement to stand up. Can I try and take another step forward, or no?
You can. You can have your move to stand up, so you only have 15. You can roll again to see if you can move.
Oh, God, I need to be within 5 feet of it to do
Or
this.
or you can crawl. But
I will
you'll be
crawl. I will crawl and slither prone closer to it. That is totally fine. As I maneuver and gesture and make sounds and try and hypnotic gaze. As now that I'm within 5 feet of it, I will try and charm it.
Okay.
Here we go.
Roll the 15.
It is charmed and incapacitated by me indefinitely. I can hold it until my allies come and Pitana in the back.
Okay. Go
And
ahead.
Sully heard me shout that out. Execute strategy, Piton. It's a go.
As you're on the ground, just looking up at it, you're just locking eyes. Your fractalized irises just swirling around as you try to focus, and the creature's like, and is moving back and forth like a snake charmer, controlling its serpentine creature. And Sully, it's your go.
Well, with all that imagery going on in this scene, I hear Zendaric say something about pitons, and I think about what's in my bag for a second. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So instead, I will cast Eldritch Blast on this thing.
Alrighty.
Why are you tripping out right now? There we go.
If you don't kill it with this blast, you know I die.
I mean, that's the only thing I can really do right now.
You could have slowly walked over, and we all could have surrounded it and saved our actions to bash it at once, but...
Do you think? I still have some movement, I guess. Wow.
12 misses.
Thank goodness.
Why is that good?
Yeah. Wouldn't you want to hit?
No, because then it will lose its incapacitated
Oh.
and charm state. I don't think one Eldritch Blast is going to kill it, but I think if everyone grouped now walks over next to it and then attacks it at once, they could kill it.
I see what you're saying.
I also see what you're saying. Ah.
We've also done this before, so I thought it was obvious. Sorry.
Fair enough, fair enough. I guess I'll get my ski poles back out.
Acrobatic check,
And-
please.
Try to move another 60 feet.
Get
randomly.
Dillahan.
Oh, Dullahan, grab my waist. Let's
Zion's
go.
quite too far away from you for that. Even
Aw.
further in.
I wanted him just to come around and then push off the door behind me. We could have really zoomed. But could I actually kick off the door to give myself some sort of advantage on this?
I would say because the door technically doesn't go out that way; it goes in, and it was closing in. It's more so if Dullahan could probably do it. You, on the other hand, not
fine.
quite.
I see how it is. I see how it is. That's fine. Okay, so I'll still make an acrobatics check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so close to getting a good number.
12.
That's
12
a
is
12.
fine. All right, 12 is fine for you to move your full movement across. Not high enough for you to get that extra zoom. So you have 50 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whee!
As you make your way down.
And then I guess because I have the haste and I don't want to attack for some reason, I will use that extra movement to get the extra 10 feet.
Alrighty. As you slam into the back of it, it's not enough to do damage as it's still hypnotized, but you do land where you wish to go.
And that's it.
Alrighty. The Remoraz is hypnotized and does not move. Big Steve, Ink, and Boar, what do they wish to do?
Ink will get into position and hold an action. I got your plan. We'll stab it to death together. Got it. Yes. And they'll shout out to the boar and just say, "Just live your life." Hey. And I guess to Big Steve, to start coming slowly and carefully.
Alrighty.
they'll shout out to Big Steve.
All right. I'll just quickly do a roll for Big Steve. Succeeds and will slowly make his way kind of up towards you all. The boar, you say, as a bonus action, will attempt to do the same. I'm just going to roll. I know it has a +0. And it fails.
Yeah.
It will stand up, use another action to try. Oh, yeah, and it manages to go. And it will just use just a little bit of this movement to move across, ending its turn there.
Yep. But Ink will hold their turn to attack when everyone attacks together.
All right. Dullahan, you could go further in if you want, or head back.
No, he kind of hearing Zendaric say that they have to take it out, and they have to take it out together. Can he use the door to stabilize himself just to get to the edge? Again, it is that thing of like holding the bar to like move around back, and then propel himself off of it in that direction.
Sure, we'll say this is the door here. There we go.
Okay.
But yes, you can
yeah.
do it again.
Okay, so yeah, he's just going to use that to kind of get a little bit closer, and then he's going to hold his actual action then to when the others attack. He's going to unleash a shot of I have to get within 60 feet for this. So yeah, he's going to push himself off the door to move kind of back into the room a little bit. Currently he's 85 feet, so if he could move to there from the door.
Where? I don't see anything on the screen.
Just
Sure.
is it not showing it? Yeah.
I'll say since you're using a little thing to give you boost, you can roll me a dexterity check. Sorry, acrobatics at advantage.
Okay. Watch now as this goes wrong. Nope.
Woo.
That is a dirty 20.
Yep. You slide across. You kind of make your way across slowly. Getting about right.
Yeah, and he's just going to hold his action to when the others attack. He is going to attack as well.
Alrighty. Zendaric, you're up.
I will say in a soft, calming voice, it is still charmed. So, Sully, when you're ready, give the cue, and everyone will fire. And I'll just continue to say a melodic and look at it and gaze to keep it incapacitated.
Okay. It's like slithering and is bobbing its head back and forth as you're kind of Chris Pratting it. Whoa, keeping it steady, preparing your allies to attack. As Sully is your go. You do have advantage because you're flanking as well.
Okay. Do I see does this thing have ears?
Does it have ears? I mean, it doesn't look like it has ears, but it could possibly hear.
I'm looking for a good spot to plant a piton.
I mean, it has like a side little orifice.
As a part of my charming, can I have it like bend its head down
Sure.
To halfling height, please.
to halfling height?
It gets down.
And I take my hammer and piton, and I Martin Luther that thing right into the side of this thing's head.
All right. And with that, everyone's held actions can go as the attack word or motion has been set. So you can have everyone who's ready in action go ahead and make your attacks. So you have advantage.
Does
what do I
Ink
roll
have
for that?
advantage? They're going to use their rapier.
You know what? I'll say yes.
What do I roll for hammering piton into side of thing's head?
It is a improvise. So since you're not trained in this, it would just be a d20 plus your, I guess it would be strength because you're using a hammer, and no added bonus to that.
Okay, I mean, I don't know. That doesn't make much sense, but I'll roll.
I mean, how would you want to roll it? I don't really
I
know.
am driving a metal spike into this thing's brain right now.
Yeah, so it's like you're kind of hammering it. So it'll be a strength base.
Okay. Yeah, that didn't do anything then.
A natural one, but you had advantage. Remember.
Okay.
You know what? I would say. Well, we'll see here.
Natural 20.
There you go. Highs of highs, lowest of lows, and highs of highs.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
All right, go ahead and double damage. I would say double the damage of your normal strike you would do with a dagger. It's sort of similar to that. But like if it was a normal dagger, not like one of your magic ones.
Whoa. What are you insinuating here? Okay. So it just doubles the dice rolls, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Double the dice roll. I'll make sure I come up with a roll for pike piton damage. Alrighty, so with an extra
Just to be
2
sure.
points of damage. So everyone, since this is a combined tactic of your abilities, why don't you all describe your killing blows?
I feel like we just go office space on this thing.
Right. I'm getting it into position, and I'll lower its head down for everyone to make their attack, and then I guess Ink will stab their rapier into its head as Sully lunges in, and I think that's the cue that Dullahan has.
Yeah, and at that point, Dullan swapped it because he's too far to get a swipe at this, so it's his light crossbow, and he is going to take a shot at some of the exposed guts and innards that are there, and he's just going to shoot a crossbow bolt right into its belly.
Alrighty, so shoot, skings, all the sound effects of all of your weapons crashing into this beast echoes throughout the chamber as you just hear a large, loud wailing as its eyes go blank and it falls onto the ground lifeless. And the battle has concluded.
Oh my god. That was such a beast.
Oh, let's... Come on, we need to find Eliana.
All right. I see Big Steve slowly making his way. Let's go. And we'll slowly make our way around to the door.
Sure. As Big Steve walks up, he passes the body, stops, sniffs the air, and then begins barking. Arr! 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 Oh, bye, Big Steve. You forget yourself.
He's experimenting. He's experimenting these with accents.
But it barks. He does bark in a sort of alarm. But if not, he stands there for a moment, but if no one pays in mind, he will eventually just continue
At
walking.
the Remoraz?
Yes.
What's Ink would for sure be like, what is it, Big Steve? And try and like look into whatever Big Steve is pointing at.
Okay. Big Steve seems to be pointing at something inside of the body of the Remoraz, a small glow. Can I have Ink roll me a perception or an investigation check?
13.
13. As Ink looks in, they see something inside of it that's glowing. It looks like, I don't know, it's hard to tell. It's like is that a blade of some kind? Unsure.
They'll shout out that there's something in here. There's something special inside of it. Quick, we might want to take a look at this. The door's safe.
Let's investigate this then.
Okay.
All right. I will, as Zendaric, either help or investigate whatever they're pointing out.
Sure. Someone can roll me a survival check if you want to try to go inside the innards of the Remoras. It's obviously something it must have swallowed.
I feel booped, bamboozled, misled. I was just told it was an investigation, and now I must be told it's survival.
Well, investigation to see that there's something in there. A survival to actually get it.
I guess Zendaric will aid someone. I do have a 3. Does anyone have better?
I have a 0 in survival, so I will.
Also a
abstain
0 in
from
survival, but Dolan has no problem going inside it.
Yeah.
Okay. I will. Ink will guide. I mean, I have a +3, Zendaric, to do it. Cut here, and I'll aid him. Okay, and then plus a D4. 23. Oh
Big
no, that's
Steve is so vocal today.
26.
26. Okay. So, Zendaric, you begin to dig in, trying hard not to singe your hands on the hot flesh on the inside. And you see something. No, it's not a blade. It's like how would it survive though? A wooden pike of some sort. No, a spear. As you pull it out of it, just electricity that sparks on your hand as you touch it.
Does it hurt me?
No, just kind of like, like little
Yeah, like-
zap, static
like
electricity.
Crackles.
Yeah.
I'll pull it out and hold it up and like showcase this like crackling lightning blade, or not blade, you said spear.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a spear here and it's tingly. It's crackling with energy. We'll have to identify it later, but perhaps it become a useful tool for one of you, and I'll hand it to one of them. Here, who wants it?
This was inside the Remoras. Big Steve has opinions on it.
Ing points out, I noticed it behind its flesh, in a part that you wounded. It was glowing, and yeah, so yeah, I pulled it out behind its part of like the rib cage meat under it. It was stuck in it. Here, and I'll hand it over to Dillahan.
Could I Arcana check it, like just to see, like, is there anything on it that, like, is there a weird energy coming from it, or are there any kind of glyphs or runes on it?
Sure. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
22.
22. Yes. You hold on to it, and your hair stands on its end a little bit, as if you like touch something electrified slightly. And on the runes, there is something written. An etching. Do you speak Elvish? No. Unsure.
I didn't notice it when I was holding it.
I mean, you didn't check it out.
You're right, I didn't.
That would have been an investigation check.
Anything special? I threw it away.
I like not knowing like how to read it, and not even knowing the language, Dolan would still kind of point it out to the others that there's something written on it, that there appears to be markings, and he's going to show it to everybody.
And those of you who speak Elvish can see the Elvish runes for electricity, or more so like an electrical enchantment.
I believe Zendark says, pushing his spectacles up. This is an enchantment. It is an electric enchantment. As an enchanter myself, that is why I was able to sense its presence, and I don't know why I didn't notice. Oh, there's just so much goop on it. Oh, there's runes right here. It was under all this innard. Yeah. I guess explain if it says anything. Does it say anything else?
Just like the term for electricity, or more so lightning to be exact.
Lightning, to be exact. We don't have time to fully investigate this, but if we do find ourselves with a free hour, I can identify this proper, just so that way you know.
Okay, I if it's all the same, I might hold it for now.
Yeah, please use it. Hopefully you get some use out of it. And,
It's too big for me.
I'm sure there's some magic about. With that, I would then also pull out my Pearl of Power that was provided by the Fractal Sanctorum, and sort of hold it in my hand and pull out the energy within. And as an action, I will get back my 3rd level spell slot from the Pearl.
Guy.
We don't have enough time to take a short rest.
Well, it depends. You get the sense that whatever's happening, it's pressing. It's up to you
That's a
if you want
no.
to spend an hour.
We probably don't have time for that.
Yeah.
The room beyond looks similar to this. I didn't get a chance to fully scout it, but there's another door at the end of that hallway.
As you all kind of dust yourself off and make your way back to the door, holding the strange magical item in your hand, looking beyond as you can see yet one more door for you to see what secrets are behind. We will take a quick break.
Yay!
So, everyone, we will rejoin for the last half after we take about a 10-minute break. So please stay tuned and we'll see what happens next. See you in a moment.
Bye.
And we are back. So, welcome back, everyone. Let's remove the bookmark and continue our tale. So, MGUs, you have just dispatched the Remoraz, found a strange javelin bearing a mark of lightning, and are continuing to make your way throughout this temple dedicated to the dark goddess, Tiamat. As you step out of the icy terrain past the cracked doors, you see that the pathway is dimly lit in front of you. Scans just a few bit of flora that seems to emanate a bioluminescence. On the other side, there is a door with, it looks to be, several dragons of all different colors adorning it as a sort of carving. It doesn't look to be locked, and it looks like you gotta pull it in order to open the door. But there you all are. What do you wish to do next?
Before we go any further, hold on. And I'm going to, from my backpack, or from my satchel on my side, I'll pull out the pouch of emergency healing, and I will unflap it and reach my hand in, and as an action, I will smear some of its healing salve on Dullahan and use one of the cure wounds in it.
Alrighty.
Where is it? Here we go. And I will use the second charge on myself. There, a little better. This is expended, though, until tomorrow. And I'll put it in my backpack.
Alright. You all are healed, or Zendaric and Dullahan, you're healed some of your wounds. The burns from the Remoraz just is concealed with the pouches solves. As you look ahead of you at the door.
Ink says, if we are really going against the dragon, perhaps we should be in slightly better condition. And they will use 2 level 1 spell slots to cure wounds on Sully and Dullahan. Oh god, sorry.
Thanks, Ink.
Rolling the literal lowest I could potentially for this. Sorry, guys.
Seeing Ink, seeing Ink doing their best to try and kind of tend to some of Sully's wounds, Dullahan's just going to kind of like put a hand on Sully's shoulder and like with kind of a shove, like it's not that bad. Just shove him kind of a little bit further up the kind of the passageway, using his healing hands to restore a further 5 hit points.
So Sully, you can feel that you for that shove and energy wafts over you, sealing some more of your open wounds and burns.
Oh, thanks, Ink.
So what do you all wish to do next?
Can we inspect this door?
Sure.
Any symbols, runes, writing?
Roll me an investigation check.
I will guide myself, as I think that this is quite important. $21.
21. You go and inspect the door, passing your hand across every crevice. It is intricately carved and painted, all dragons within a chromatic spectrum in a battle between each other. And right in the middle, two opposing forces. One multi-headed dragon that you recognize as Tiamat, and another looks to be a dragon whose bright diamonds shining, almost made out of platinum, it looks like, as they are in this heated confrontation. As you further inspect it, there are no traps, no secret compartments, just a little notch where you can use to pull open the door. But as you touch it, you do sense a strange energy imbued into the stone.
There's a strange energy in these stones and in this door. We should be careful. I think this is the way to open it, and I'll point out that like crevice you mentioned. Shall we just open it?
Is it a magical energy that emanates from the door, like from that aspect?
Perhaps it's hard to tell without a detect magic spell.
Well, we've come this far. We know that there's only really one way forward. One direction to go, which is forward.
Okay. And I think Dullahan will reach for it.
Okay. You can pull when ready. It doesn't seem to be locked or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm just hoping, Tailweaver, that this is just you setting up some awful suspense, and it's just a door, and we're all going to be fine. And I'm going to yank it open. Yeah, he's going to pull.
Got it. No, there are no traps. Nothing that goes off. The door just opens up on its own. Opens up as you pull. Revealing on the inside what looks to be a large room, about maybe like 30 by 30 square. There is a door on the other side, similarly painted to the one you stepped in, and the left and right walls are mirror reflections, causing the strange kind of bounce back, infinite effect. The floor checkered between white and black stone. Do you all step in?
Into the thresholds, not onto the checkered floor.
Fair enough. There's a little bit of regularly tiled space between about 15 feet, no, about 10 feet. Right. And as you,
What do you make of these mirrors?
I'm not really sure.
And where do the people go that were in here? There must be a thing to do in here. It could be another trap. Or security feature.
The floor, does it remind you of anything?
This checker pattern reminds me of a game.
Faustus and I played a game that used a similar pattern.
Dragon chess?
And Dullahan just nods. I don't see any pieces.
As you all step into the room fully in order to inspect this area, the door behind you quickly slams shut. That strange energy, weird sense you felt before in dark again watches over you and gives you a tingle. Ahead of you, after you blink, all the way on the other side, on the opposite end of this chessboard, if you will, stands a cloaked figure that brings down its hood, revealing itself to be Kievan, or what appears to be Kievan. As arms stretched out, you hear the dastardly voice of your foe, Radaman.
Well, I guess I shouldn't have been surprised that you all would have made it this far.
What are you doing? You're not bringing an evil beast back into being. Stop your madness. You can't win.
I bear you all no ill will. In fact, I have a liking to all of you. You've done so much for me. You've pulled me from my captivity. But your actions are interloping in my queen's plans. So I offer you once more.
And he sticks out his hand, and like even further, as if waiting for you to grab it. But you're quite some distance away.
Forsake the Nine. Join the side that holds the true essence of our world, our plane of existence. Join chaos. You worship the Nine as if they're some sort of deities who only have your best interest at heart. But their law and order will only bring about folly to you. If you want true power, if you want your true destinies to be realized, then join me. I feel it now, the connection between us and you. It was not by chance, but by fate that our paths have crossed. Join the winning side.
And he stands there waiting for a response.
You haven't won yet, asshole.
We wouldn't join you before. What makes you think we would ever think to join you now?
I did try. In my current form, I don't have the means to stop you. Right now,
And he turns around, looking at the door behind him.
there is a ritual to re-infuse that which you have already broken. We have found one of the nine shards of greed, and she will be a herald to the rebirth of our goddess. I cannot have you interfere, but what I can do is place you in what I call a conundrum.
As he says that, the room begins to shake, and you notice the reflections of the wall begin to shape and turn as you hold on, getting a sense of vertigo as the room itself spins on its axis. The mirror is now going on the top and the ceiling and the floor, but the chessboard itself is reflected into three separate sections as the room expands exponentially. You find yourself looking up above as the mirror has now become a beautiful blue sky with clouds floating across. You all stand in the middle on the floor, where that is just mountains and plains farther than the eye can see. And beneath you, you can look down and see through the ground and can see the fiery pits of what only can be described as the 9 hells, as the checkerboards slowly are populated by what looks like large pieces of dragon chess tools, or large statues of dragon chess pieces.
A conundrum is a puzzle that will keep you trapped until you are able to solve it. And I thought that I would place you in an ancient game called Dragon Chess. Fitting, no? The game is simple. Dragon chess is played on 3 planes: the skies, the ground, and the hells. One of you will act as the king, and 3 of you will inhabit each plane as pawns, warriors in this game. Your objective is to take my king. If you are able to do so, I will let you through and give you a token of my gratitude. But if you lose, you will be trapped here forever until you truly accept Tiamat into your heart. Choose to do nothing, well, then you'll still be trapped here. Now, do we have an accord?
I guess I look at my companions and I'll telepathically say to them, we can't play this game.
I actually speak up. And what's stopping us from just coming over there right now and stabbing you?
My dear boy, I'm not actually here. Once again, I'm in a state where I can't actually interact with you all, only through my mind. But my magic is still strong enough to keep you barred here, at least long enough for the ritual to complete. But I'm fair. I did tell you once that I'll never lie to you. And a rule in the conundrum states there must be a way out, and the way out is to beat me in Dragon Chess. Now, this isn't normal Dragon Chess like you all play nowadays. This is how Dragon Chess truly should be played, with your souls on the line.
Is the telepathic link still up with Zendaric?
I can speak to you telepathically. I don't know if you can respond. No. I'll say to Dillahan, how confident do you feel in Dragon Chess? Given what you just said before,
I'm not gonna lie to you, Zendaric. I didn't beat Faustus once. But I don't think this is going to be just your average game. Not if. And he's just going to kind of nod over at Radaman. But I know we can beat him. And I know we can take more from him.
All right.
I trust you.
Um,
I asked you before, did you trust? And he's going to look at Sully without saying Sully. Do you trust me?
yeah.
Radaman, that body doesn't really look like it's a good fit.
I beg to differ. I love this body. It suits me. You know, the family of Kievan, they have a connection to our Lord and Savior. It's why I needed him. And I think that
But imagine what you could do if you inhabited the body of a dragon slayer.
He stops, intrigued.
Go on.
If we play your game and we win, you surrender control of that body. You relinquish Kievan's soul, his spirit. You allow him back. And we cross through safely. If we lose, well, it's as you said, we're trapped here. You can take my body. You can take my destiny.
His eyes furrow as he looks deep across the room, or I should say across the field, directly at you. You can feel him scanning every inch of your body.
Body of a dragon slayer serving the queen. Oh, it's deliciously ironic. You have yourself a deal. I will release my claim on the body of Kievan. And if I win, I will take yours and will not release my hold, and instead have 2 vessels.
Fine.
Well then, with everyone in agreement, I believe this game shall begin.
With they're having that conversation, I am proficient in history, and I am also, as my noble background gives me, proficient in a gaming set. I chose the ancient game of Dragon Chess. I am proficient in this game. So, in these few moments they've been speaking, can I roll a history check to think of the best strategy that we could take? Whom would be the best person to be the king? Where to like set us up for the most advantageous start of this game?
So, keep that in mind before, as Radaman's going to explain something, and then that might influence your choice as he goes.
Well then, Before we can officially start, you must choose a king. Your king is the one who will be ordering you all and the rest of your pieces. Now, in ancient dragon chess, the pain is very real. But it's against your soul, not your body. But your soul can only take so much and be shattered. So I hope whoever you choose as your king is proficient in these ways. The 3 stages you choose are the magic users up above in the sky. They will control long-range casting as well as healing. Down here in the ground plane, the middle plane, that is where you will have your knights and warriors taking charge into battle. And down below, those keen in the art of shadows and mischief scurry across the 9 hells. Who do you choose to go where?
And as you know, someone proficient with Dragon Chess would probably want to be the king, as they will be aiding everyone else on their roles.
I will take the place of king for our side of the board.
I'll go to the hells.
I guess I am where I'm supposed to be.
I'm assuming Ink will go in. Now I'll take the casters in the sky.
Oh, is the king is like not technically in a spot?
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
And as you call your positions, one by one, the 3 of you are all teleported out, with the exception of Zendark, where a large throne appears and underneath him. You slip in and sit down into the seat. You are then teleported away to a new plane where it's nothing but stars around you. And across from you, about 5 feet, is Radaman and Kievon's body, looking down at a smaller version of the board that they were all located. You seem to have this kind of godly, omniscient presence as Sully, you appear, and instinctively you can hear the sighs of burning souls. Flames firing up from mountains as several metallical pieces start to take shape, humanoid shape, looking more like rogues and backstabbers as they are placed on the checkered ground, and you can feel yourself like you are actually in the 9 hells. Dullahan, you in the middle, you can see all the knights and warriors and paladins on top of their steeds, preparing across a vast field as the opposite metallic versions of yourselves appear as well. And at the top, Ink floats on top of the clouds as wizards and druids and casters and clerics all take spots in the metallic versions on the other end as they prepare to heal whoever is in dire need. As in this outside space, Radaman turns to Zendark.
Well then, I assume you know the rules. Hope you make your choice a learned one. For I have been trained in the art of dragon chess for millennia, far longer than you've even been born.
Your brutish ways and traditions have dulled us. At least when I play dragon chess with my elders, we start with a glass of wine and a courteous handshake, but I think that would be begging too much for you. I know the rules. We've made our positions. Our players are getting in position, and I'll gesture to like start setting up people where I think would be the best as the rules allow. I'm not trying to cheat. Let's get this game on the show. Let's get this game going. Get the show on the road.
I hope your skills in dragon chess is better than your skill with the tongue. Let us begin.
And as you all look around and you see that the soldiers are taking place, and you look around to prepare yourself for this epic battle between you and Radaman, we will actually end tonight's session, and we'll conclude this on the season finale for next week.
Ah, my God.
Ridiculous.
So that is a wrap for our penultimate episode. So next week there's gonna be, not only do we have a possible dragon and battle over there at the other end, but we have this little dragon chess to go on. But I'm very excited for this. And ooh, what is this deal with Kievon's body? I was not expecting that, but Radaman wants him a Dragon Slayer. I'm so excited. But before we go, why don't we do what we love to do and do our social stars and wishes. So, if you don't mind, Dullahan, we'll start off with you. What are your socials and your star and wish?
My socials, you can find me at D8 Dungeon. That's the only place that I'm kind of fairly active anymore on most social media platforms. Just stuff for our shows and bits and pieces that we do, so you can check out that sort of bits and pieces there. Stars and wishes. My wish is I want to literally eat Radaman's soul. I literally, I hate him. I hate him. I mean, he's done nothing to me, but I hate him so much. So yeah, I want to kick his ass so bad. I can now see why everybody got so agitated when he first appeared that first time. So right there with you all. Omar, you play that too well. It's upsetting. Stars. I'm gonna go to Travis and Zendaric. Basically, I love that whole while Dullahan was doing I'm gonna try and lure this devil thing into a deal. That sort of the analytics. I was very kind of I'd give it to you, Omar, but like I'm not giving you my bloody star this time. You used that against us, so no. I'm giving it to Zendaric.
Thank you.
Awesome. And did you already say your wish, or did I?
Yeah, I want to kill Radaman.
Oh, yeah, okay. Awesome. So that is one for our very own Zendaric. And so, Travis, if you don't mind your social stars and wishes.
Sure, you can find me at OMGTravi on X or Bird, Twitter until it's pay, and then not anymore. You can find me at Zendaric on Blue Sky Social. I'm there and trying to make a presence, so you can shout me out there. You can always find me here at A Tale of D20s. And my social star and wish, my star, I guess, will go to Zeki for his skiing around and bouncing around the map and bing, 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 bing. That was pretty funny. And also using Fantasy Grounds, bouncing back and forth with like the movement was kind of funny too. So that was good. And eventually picking up on the plan. So you can you can get my star for that. And my wish, I guess, will be to have a, I don't know, like have some crazy, like made up fun BS with this dragon chess game, because as far as I know, like maybe someone has made a mini game of the rules, but there's no like in-game actual D&D rules. So I can't wait to see how you come up with this and allow us to be creative, to like have our Hail Marys and our long shots and castling, etc., so to speak. So I can't wait for like crazy moments, crazy dragon chess moments next week.
Awesome. I will say we probably won't spend too much time because we have a lot to cover in our season finale. But
Well, now you need to have at least a moment.
No. No, it will be a thing. It will be a thing. Gary Gygax actually has rules for Dragon Chess. Now, it is no way.
Does he really?
Yeah, there is no way. I read it over several times. There's no way it can actually be adapted in an actual way into D&D itself. But
No.
so it will be simple enough. But at least the imagery will be there. I will promise you.
We'll have our
that.
theater of the mind.
Yeah,
Dragon
totally.
chess.
Oh, no, maybe I can make a Dragon Chess map. We'll see if I can do that in a week. If not, no.
That's fine.
But awesome. So Zeki, you got the star for that one. And finally, Zeki, your social star and wish.
I have to give it to Travis for at the end of the episode, just pulling out the well. In fact, actually, I am professional at Dragon Chess.
I was trained. I was
And,
gonna shark Dillahan later when he mentioned he played.
Yeah. So I definitely want to do that. And then, like, in terms of like a wish, I wish that we can like actually save Eliana. I mean, I'd love to kill this dragon and thwart Tiamat and everything too, but like, I feel like the primary reason we came here was to get Eliana to safety and not allow her to become some like avatar of chaos or whatever. So that's my wish. And in terms of socials, y'all can find me at Zektown everywhere and anywhere, as always.
Awesome. And for my meta moment, I will totally say, I hope you save Eliana as well. As Radaman had, and Radaman has loose lips if you notice, but Radaman has said that they're not done. They're still doing their thing. So hopefully you can end it fast enough for that. So, but by my count, Travis, you get the star for today. So you can use that to affect any role within the next campaigns. Up to 2 you can bank.
Thank you very much.
No problem. So a couple of things I wanted to say at the end here is that everyone stay tuned. Not only do we have 2 amazing things coming up in the coming months. November, we are planning our month of Magpie. That is official. Everything's going to be going well there, so you'll see a whole bunch of DMs and players as we go ahead and do that, and giveaways from Magpie Gaming. And then of course December, we are raring to go with our yearly charity with the Trevor Project. So an amazing LGBTQIA plus organization that helps them out, especially during that time of the year, to help them with homes, to stay warm and be safe. So stay tuned for that. Everything will be up and running for details at www.ataleofd20s.com. Music today has been brought to you by A Tale of D20's original music, Jan Rosa, as well as Dark Fantasy Studios. And of course, that amazing, cool ice map was by Ches and Peku. You can catch them at chesandpeku.com as well as on their Patreon. So, with that being said, from the first chapter to the last page, be kind to one another, spread love, and we will see you all next week for the finale. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.